Welcome to the Yuma Sun, Pages from the Past. For more than 150 years, the Yuma Sun has been telling the stories of the community, one headline at a time. And as we celebrate America's 250th anniversary, we are bringing back our archives and taking you back in time to show you some of the moments that shaped Yuma, from small, historic, and some unforgettable moments. I am Mara Kanab, editor of the Yuma Sun, and today I'm sharing with you the April 7th, 1933 edition of the Yuma Morning Sun, as it was called at that time. One of the biggest headlines for this issue were the two stories, actually, on the return of beer after 13 years of prohibition. And so Yuma was expected to be the first in Arizona to receive the beer because it was coming from the Los Angeles distilleries. And so Yuma would be the first one to get their alcohol again after 13 years. And it's interesting how even the police chief issued a warning against drunk driving. And so he warned that if he caught them doing that, they would be arrested. This edition also announced the construction of the Yuma Post Office. The article explains that it would be made of Arizona tufa stone, and 50 men would be employed during the construction of the project. And another story that was highlighted in this edition was somebody had proposed a 30-hour work week, and but it didn't receive approval or support from President Roosevelt, who proposed a 35 to 40-hour week in order to combat the Depression. They were still trying to get over that history and period, and so they were trying to come up with solutions, and one was proposing a minimum work week, and one was for 30 hours, and one was 35 to 40, which is the one we still have today. And that's it for today's Pages from the Past. Every Friday we publish the different pages from our archives, and they're really interesting for those especially who like to look back in history. And next week we'll be back with more interesting pages from the past.